Okay, let's wrap this up with the income projection. This is the Loyalty Central digital e-gift card income opportunity broken down for you. What we're looking for are people that are serious, that really want to make a difference in their community, that are not here to fool around, that want to make serious lifetime income. Literally, in order to do that, you're going to be working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week in any sort of job or business or opportunity that you have. Here, we're not looking for 50 or 60 hours a week. Just put in a solid 40, like any other full-time job, and you will see unbelievable results. You're going to go out, you're going to call on small businesses with a 10-minute pitch, and when you walk in the door, you are there on behalf of local schools, churches, nonprofits, and other worthy causes, local causes. That means you're going to get right past the gatekeeper and right in front of the decision maker. Now, the presentation's only 10 minutes. If you're in the field from 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon, literally you ought to be able to do 6 10-minute presentations with small businesses in your community. There's no reason why a business should say no to this proposition of having dozens or hundreds of local nonprofits promoting their business year after year for only $350. If you look close, if you only close half of the businesses that you speak with, here is a projection of the type of income that you can expect. Now, this is weekly income. You do 6 presentations a day, 5 days a week. You just did 30 presentations for the week. With those 30 presentations, if you only sell half, then you've got 15 sales for the week. Now the sales price is $350, and of course we have the higher ones at the $500 and the $1,000, but just so we can be conservative. With a $350 sales price and a 50% commission, you're making $175. Now, 15 sales at $175 for the week, you just made $2,625. I'll say it again. You do your 15 sales with $175 sales commission, you're talking about $2,625 for the week. Over the course of a year working 50 weeks, that's $131,000. Even if you cut that in half, you made $65,000, and you're getting paid weekly on that money. That is some pretty darn good money for making your community a better place. Now let's talk about the residual income that comes because people are out shopping. 200 nonprofits. Now look, again, you can go sign up a high school and you can find 10 or 20 groups right inside of that high school, right? So if you've got 5 or 10 high schools, you've literally got 200 nonprofit groups. So by the time you add in the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the churches, the Boys and Girls Club, and all of the different local causes to you, literally getting 200 of them is not a big deal. Besides, I actually have one church I'm talking to, and they've got 98 churches that are affiliated with them. Getting the first church means getting all 98. When you add that up, getting 200 nonprofits is not a big deal. Imagine that each one of those nonprofits doesn't have thousands and thousands of supporters, but just to be conservative, they've got 75 families that are out there shopping on their behalf. That's 15,000 people or 15,000 families that are out shopping. When you multiply that times $200 a month in spending, folks, that's $3 million a month of program revenue. Your commission on that is half of 1%, 0.005. Now, when you do the math there, that's $15,000 in monthly residual sales commission. $15,000 a month in residual sales commission times 12 months, that's $180,000 a year in residual sales commission. What that means is these people are not going to stop going to Domino's and Starbucks and Joe's Barbecue. They're just not ever going to stop doing that. That means you've got $15,000 a month coming in. year after year, and it's not based upon you getting up and going to work every day. Literally, if you build it, it will come. Even if you cut that in half, you made $90,000 for the year, and you're getting paid monthly forever because people want to support their favorite school, church, or local cause. Now, add those two numbers together. You're making $31,250 plus $180,000. Folks, that's over $300,000 a year. And even if you cut that in half, you're still making over $150,000 a year. Now look, this is just math. Do you see the magic of the program? Helping nonprofits and small businesses get what they want and need the most? If so, consider joining us as this entrepreneurial effort takes off. Now, at this point, there's going to be a link right there where you can click to be able to see what my schedule looks like. And then you will be able to schedule a one-on-one call with me, Ken George, and we can have a conversation and we can answer every single question that you can dream up. And then if you see what I see, we can talk about your path moving forward. So, again, if the grocery store can go out there and get 50,000 people, if the grocery store can go out there and get 50,000 nonprofits that are interested in making free money when their supporters go out and go grocery shopping, how do you think those nonprofits are going to feel about their people being able to go to Starbucks? Their people being able to go to Domino's and Home Depot and Lowe's, American Airlines, and I mean, it's ridiculous. When they can go to Joe's Barbecue and Sally's Hair Salon and Peter's Dog Grooming Company, folks, you are looking at a gold mine. So, there are plenty of people that looked at being able to invest in Starbucks or invest in Microsoft when those companies first came out. And they looked at those opportunities, some people, and said, hogwash, not interested. Well, guess what? Don't you think they're ruining that decision today? I agree. I think they're still kicking themselves. When you take a look at what these other companies have been able to do, when we talk about eScript doing $9 billion, raising $450 million and donating that to charities because you go shopping and the merchants give back, my gosh, why can't you do the same thing? This company's got 45,000 nonprofits. This company's got 7,000 nonprofits. And you can literally get involved in this program with Loyalty Central. And in doing so, you can literally take this lead list with you. And whether you have a list of leads like this for your community or not, you can take this list of leads and say, look what they did in Indiana. Look what they did in Kentucky and Illinois. Look what they did in Shreveport, Louisiana. Look what they did, where is this? I think this is Texas, maybe? Cincinnati, Dayton, Ohio. So this is Ohio. Look what they did in Ohio. Look what they did in Columbus, Ohio area. Look what they did in Atlanta and areas all over Georgia. Look what they did. Well, we're doing the exact same thing here. And you know what? If elementary schools and Christian schools and middle schools, if they're interested in Georgia, they're going to be interested no matter where you are. If the Eagles Landing Dance Center, if the Eagles Nest Christian Home Educators, if the Earl Smith Strand Theater is interested in Georgia, don't you think those mirror businesses where you are, don't you think they're going to be interested? If the East Cobb United Methodist Church, the Robotics Foundation, the East Cobb Middle School PTSA, the East Cobb Christian School, the East Clayton Elementary School, the East Central Elementary School PTO, the East Calhoun Church of God, the East Atlanta Community Association. If all of these people are interested, don't you think these same organizations in your community are going to be interested as well? Absolutely. So you print out one of these lists, whether you've got these, whether this is your community or not. You print this list out and you go nonprofit to nonprofit and you talk to them about being able to get free money because their people are out doing the things that they're going to be doing forever. And now when they do these things, they are going to be able to benefit the local nonprofits in your community too. Folks, the nonprofits need you. The small businesses need you. If you see what I see, and you want to make yourself a strong six-figure income that once you build it is just going to keep coming in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, businesses are going to need customers and nonprofits are going to need funding. If you see what I see, then click on the button to schedule a one-on-one with me. Get on my calendar and you give me your toughest questions. I double dog dare you, because there's not a question that you can ask that I can't answer. We're going to do this thing with or without you. Believe you me, you're going to have a heck of a lot more money in your bank account if we're doing it with you. Join us on this ride. I want to thank you for your time, for taking a look at this opportunity. I welcome your questions. I welcome your interest. Good luck in your job search. Have a wonderful rest of the day.